Let me know.
First of all, when you have this owner, Patrick Dumont, right, you say that he said to the fan he's accepting accountability. Is this a scapegoat move on his part, saying that it really wasn't us, it was Nico Harrison that did it? Or is he truly owning the fact that, yes, this was us, and we compelled Nico Harrison to do this? Who was the person that insisted Luka Doncic needed to go?
Stephen A., it was Nico Harrison. It was Nico Harrison's decision. It was Nico Harrison's pitch. It was Nico Harrison's idea to trade Luka Doncic. But, of course, any move that gets made, Stephen A., you know, if a general manager at any level is making a trade, it is with the blessing and the sign-off of ownership as well. Now, it might have taken Nico Harrison days, weeks to get Patrick Dumont on board, but after the Mavericks made it to the NBA Finals in 2024, I'm told that's when the Patrick Dumont-Nico Harrison relationship, that was the strongest it's ever been. That's when Patrick Dumont, what I'm told, he looked at Nico Harrison as a basketball savant, as someone that when Nico Harrison speaks, when he has an idea, it's basketball gospel. And so when Nico Harrison came to Patrick Dumont with that concept, there was alignment there. Eventually, there was alignment within the front office, alignment with the coach, and that's when you see this transaction take place.
It's official. The Dallas Mavericks have pulled the plug on the Nico Harrison experiment. 9 months after orchestrating what's now being called the dumbest trade in NBA history, Harrison has been fired as general manager and president of basketball operations. The decision, first reported by ESPN and confirmed by multiple outlets Tuesday morning, marks the end of a chaotic and humiliating chapter for a franchise still reeling from the aftershocks of the Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis blockbuster. When the Mavericks shipped out Luka Doncic, their homegrown superstar, MVP candidate, and face of the franchise, to the Los Angeles Lakers for the injury-prone Anthony Davis, the move sent shockwaves across the basketball world. Fans, analysts, and former players alike were stunned. Harrison had bet his legacy on the belief that defense and size would bring Dallas a championship. Instead, he mortgaged the future for a brittle star who hasn't been able to stay on the court. The Mavericks are now 3-8, sitting near the bottom of the Western Conference standings. Monday night's meltdown against the Milwaukee Bucks, where Dallas blew a 13-point fourth-quarter lead at home, proved to be the final straw. Chants of "Fire Nico" echoed through American Airlines Center as an injured Anthony Davis, wearing street clothes, looked on from the bench. Owner Patrick Dumont, attending his first home game since opening night, reportedly turned heads when he was seen conversing with an 18-year-old fan wearing a Lakers Doncic jersey. Within hours, Harrison was done. When Harrison arrived from Nike in 2021, he was hailed as a modern executive, a player-friendly operator with deep relationships around the league and a sharp business mind. His tenure began with promise: a Western Conference Finals appearance in his first year, then a trip to the NBA Finals in 2024. Dallas appeared to be on the brink of building a dynasty around Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Then came the unraveling. Sources inside the organization later revealed there had been growing tension between Doncic and team management over conditioning, leadership, and locker room influence. Some felt Doncic had become too powerful. Others believed he wasn't taking training seriously enough. Harrison reportedly grew frustrated, and instead of doubling down on his generational talent, he chose the nuclear option, trading him away. It was the move that defined his downfall. "I feel like we have a championship-caliber team when we're whole," Harrison said in his now infamous post-season press conference. "We are going to hang our hats on defense." Those words have aged like milk. Dallas may rank top 3 defensively this season, but their offense, ranked 29th in the league, has been historically anemic. The logic on paper was that Anthony Davis would transform Dallas into a defensive juggernaut, giving Kyrie Irving and newly drafted rookie Cooper Flagg enough freedom to carry the scoring load. But reality hit hard. Davis was injured in his first game as a Maverick and has now missed 6 straight with a calf strain. Irving is still recovering from ACL surgery, leaving the team's offensive responsibilities squarely on the shoulders of the 18-year-old Flagg. Flagg has shown flashes. His 26-point, 9-rebound, 4-assist performance Monday night was his best yet, but he's been thrust into an impossible situation. They've set him up for failure. One Western Conference scout told The Sporting News, "He's a kid trying to replace Luka Doncic. That's not development. That's cruelty." Davis's absence has only magnified the absurdity of the trade. Doncic, meanwhile, is thriving in Los Angeles, averaging 32 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds per game while leading the Lakers to an 8-2 start alongside LeBron James. His chemistry with Austin Reaves and Rui Hachimura has made the Lakers the NBA's hottest ticket. Every highlight reel, every viral clip of Doncic in purple and gold, twists the knife deeper into Dallas fans' hearts. To many observers, Harrison's blunder evokes memories of Jerry Krause's infamous decision to break up Michael Jordan's Bulls after their 6th championship. Ironically, Harrison once worked alongside Jordan during his Nike days and witnessed firsthand the consequences of undermining greatness. Yet decades later, he made the same mistake. Players and coaches alone don't win championships, Krause once said. Organizations do. That sentiment, repeated by Harrison in private circles, has proven fatal once again. Luka Doncic was Dallas's Jordan, a generational offensive engine capable of carrying any roster. Instead, the Mavericks front office chose hubris over harmony, and now the franchise sits in ruins. The relationship between Harrison and the fan base had been deteriorating for months. Reports surfaced that he was forced to leave games via portable stairs to avoid walking through hostile sections of the crowd. Fire Nico signs became as common as Mavericks jerseys. Social media was relentless, with every Doncic triple-double for the Lakers serving as another digital dagger. Even within the organization, frustration was palpable. Players quietly questioned the front office's direction. Coaches whispered about morale issues. One insider described the atmosphere as toxic and joyless. By the time owner Patrick Dumont hired a new chief communications officer to manage the PR fallout, the damage was irreversible. It wasn't just about losing, one longtime Mavericks employee told ESPN. It was about feeling like the organization stopped believing in its soul. With Harrison gone, Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi will take over basketball operations on an interim basis. Their first order of business: decide what to do with Anthony Davis and how to rebuild around Cooper Flagg. Davis still has value on the trade market, especially if he returns healthy before the deadline. A move to recoup picks and reset the timeline could salvage what's left of Dallas's future. The team still controls its 2026 first-round pick, meaning a full-scale tank job could position them to pair Flagg with another elite prospect. But beyond that, the picture is grim. Harrison's spree of win-now trades left the Mavericks without control of their 2027 and 2029 first-rounders and forced to swap picks in 2028 and 2030 if they finish below the Thunder or Spurs. The next 4 years could be brutal, one anonymous GM told The Athletic. This is a roster with no identity, no spacing, and no future unless they strike gold in the draft. Nico Harrison's firing is more than just a front office shakeup. It's a cautionary tale. He had it all: a transcendent superstar, a city that adored him, and a roster built for deep playoff runs. He traded it all away for an illusion of control. He believed he could replicate success by imposing structure, by forcing his version of team basketball. But as history has proven time and time again, from Krause to Danny Ainge to Rob Pelinka before LeBron arrived, talent wins titles. Superstars win titles. Luka Doncic wins titles. Now, as Doncic smiles in Los Angeles and Anthony Davis sits injured on Dallas's bench, Harrison's career will forever be defined by one transaction: the GM who traded away a generational player and lost everything. Not long ago, the Mavericks were the NBA's feel-good story. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving had silenced doubters with an electrifying playoff run that brought Dallas within 2 games of a championship. Fans believed a dynasty was being born. Today, that optimism has been replaced by empty seats, angry chants, and a rookie left to shoulder the hopes of a broken franchise. In a cruel twist of fate, Doncic's Lakers will visit Dallas in late December, a nationally televised Christmas game that now feels like poetic punishment. The matchup will be billed as Doncic's homecoming, but in truth, it will serve as a funeral for what the Mavericks once were. When history remembers Nico Harrison, it won't mention his early success, his charisma, or his Nike pedigree. It will remember the trade, the day he chose to dismantle greatness. The night fans chanted for his firing as their team blew yet another lead. The moment he had to sneak out of his own arena under the cover of darkness, escorted down portable stairs to avoid the wrath of the very people who once trusted him. Jerry Krause eventually earned posthumous redemption in the Hall of Fame. Nico Harrison won't be so lucky. His legacy now lies in ashes, a reminder that arrogance, not analytics, can destroy even the most promising of empires. As Dallas enters a new era under Finley and Riccardi, all eyes will turn to Cooper Flagg, the phenom tasked with restoring hope. He is the franchise's future, its lone beacon amid the rubble. If the Mavericks can rebuild around him wisely, perhaps they can reclaim their place among the Western Conference elite. But for now, one truth stands above all else: Nico Harrison's fall is complete. The GM who traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis believed he was building a champion. Instead, he built a cautionary tale that will echo through NBA history for decades.